What is up, members of my collector corps? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the Bandai America Vinyl Hedorah. It is not Bandai Creations. Stop it. So, this figure has gotten some really harsh reviews. She still gets a really bad reviews even to this day. Almost every American vinyl figure before Bandai America died out has gotten re-released except for Hedorah right here, so her print right now is the only one out there so far, so that makes this figure stupidly rare and hard to find. And when she is up, she goes for a high price. So here's the ultimate question. Is this figure truly that bad? Are all the bad comments warranted? Well, stay tuned and find out. Okay, I know everyone is gonna say she's missing the sack on her back, I know, but how about we ignore that obvious flaw for just a second and actually look at everything else as objectively as possible, with the exception of the missing sack. The sculpt is just fine, nothing glaringly wrong with it. Does it look cartoony? Yeah, but realistically it still resembles Hedorah at the end of the day. But her pose is something that can absolutely be faulted. It looks weird. The way her arms are posed make her look like she's bored or just surprised at something in a cartoony way. Also, the top of her head looks like someone took a highlighter to it. Doesn't really look like something leaked out of the cracks. The coloration everywhere else is fine. Dare I say, it looks decent. The problem with it is that it looks rushed. Just random strokes of paint, but given Hedorah's nature with colors, I think in some ways it does work a little in her favor. Also, the way her tail looks, I'm sorry, it looks like she's trailing poop around, not an actual tail. And it only looks like that just to fit her into packaging. Sculpt and paint is fine, and yes, I know the egg sac is missing. That's a problem, kid's toy or not, so points will be docked accordingly. But still, doesn't look as bad as everyone says. Now this is the part where I show you her articulation, but this figure has no movement at all. That's another reason this figure gets the flack it gets, no articulation. Guys, gals, you do realize articulation on vinyls are not real articulation, right? They're only like that and can be moved because it was made for building the figure, putting it together. Why do you think some Bandai figures even have glue seal tails? So points won't be docked there. Sorry. So her sizing is only a little bigger than her Movie Monster series counterpart, but not by much. It's not a big improvement, so to say this figure scales better than the other version is an overstatement. Still not very good. Is this figure as bad as we all made it out to be back then? I don't think so. This figure is way too overhated. There are worse figures out there and Hedorah is not one of them. Not even in the top 10 or even 20. Anyway, yeah, this figure is not that bad. Do I recommend her? Well, if you want to complete the collection of Bandai America vinyls, then yeah, go for it. But she's so rare and hard to find now that it's not worth hunting her down. There are better Hedorah figures out there. I'm not going to give this figure a score, honestly. It doesn't need one because when you see it, it speaks for itself. You'll either like it or hate it.